Jeff, can you role play with me for a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, so Jeff, you just kind of be like a contractor here, like maybe who's in Jeff's scenario, and you've got a website and you've got a GMB, and I'm going to approach you, and this is how I would phrase it as we go through it. Maybe the role playing is not completely necessary, but so Jeff, we have these two different options that we can provide you. We can do GMB optimization, or we can do GMB and website optimization. If you want to do GMB optimization, it's going to be $500 a month. If you want to include website optimization, it's going to be $1,000 a month. Okay. So we're going through it. We're talking. And he's like, you know what? I think I just want to go with the GMB optimization. Like, I'll tell you what, Jeff, how about we'll make it $700 a month and I'll do both, or I'll do $500 a month and I'll do both. So when you start positioning things this way, here's what you're going to get is you're going to close the lower amount. You're going to be able to close one of them more often, right? If you just come in and you only got like one thing on your menu, or maybe it's like, hey, it's going to be $1,500 for reputation management, GMB optimization, and your website optimization. And then you're kind of going back and forth. You don't want to come out too soon with this, but give them like, hey, I'll tell you what, if you decide that you want to go with us by Friday, this is only going to be good until Friday. I'll do all three of those for $750. And maybe that's what you originally wanted, right? But make it seem like you've got that first, that this has value. And second, you're going to give them a break. And now you've got access to the website, right? So it's not just like GMB optimization. You put a price tag on doing something for their website. And now you've like, okay, now you've you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, for sure. I think the only struggle, like I said, that we were having is if we get some clients that solely just say they want to just do the GMB management and rep management as a small package.
Trying here's
what to determine what tasks I need to do to improve the rankings of that heat map for their GMB, if that's all I have to work with for now.
Right. And when they say that, this is what I would say. Look, these are the top ranking factors that are going to influence your GMB ranking. And, we've gone out, we've done the research. I've read studies of all the top SEOs, and, about half of the top ones are related to your website. Those are influencing your GMB ranking. So this is why it's really important. 50 to 70% of your clicks are coming from this like GMB area within the search results, but your website actually really contributes to our ability to influence that ranking. So this is why I would like to include that as a part of this. And this is why this has value, right? So you don't need to do a ton of that stuff, but it's kind of hard to win a race when you got an anchor around your one of your feet, right? Where it's like, you're racing against these other people that don't have that. And, if you choose the right markets, then, you can still win that race, but I think you got an uphill battle without having access to the site. And I think you don't want to come in and be like, hey, GMB optimization, and now let me start talking about the website. I think coming in and being like, hey, I'll do both of these for this price. And then they're kind of like on the fence. You'd be like, hey, Black Friday deal. I'm going to lower this and I'll do both for the original price that I wanted anyways. But you have to make this decision by here, because we have other people that are interested in our services. We're only going to work with one person. Like, put some like scarcity and urgency in there. So you're not just out there like floating around with no deadline on this thing, right?
I'd also add a layer of confidence on top of that. If you're kind of discounting like that, and say, look, now that we've been through, we talked through this, like I've done the research on your site and on your GMB, like I know I can crush it for you. I know exactly what to do. I'll do it for X price instead of Y price, because I know I can crush this. Like right.
Yeah, you can make it for X price for the first 3 months. Be like, hey, this is worth Y. And I know that you're struggling. I know that you guys are trying to get this business up and running. And this is why I started this, is I want to help small businesses. I don't want to be a detriment to your guys' success. So let's do this. For the first 3 months, it's going to be X. After that, let's move it to Y. By that time, you'll believe in me. You'll trust me. If not, no hard feelings. I wouldn't dwell on
Also
that part of
want
it
to
too
add to
much.
that. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Janeri.
I was just gonna say, I think Dave also, I think what Patrick is almost saying is it's almost a disservice of only just doing GMB. Like your service should be, because it goes hand in hand together. So maybe you have to present it that way and then do the promotional sales offer that he's kind of talking about just to get your foot in the door. So maybe don't think of it just only as a GMB ranking thing. Think of it more like bundling it together, I guess. I don't know if I'm right, Patrick, that's what you're saying. If you really
Yeah, absolutely. I think I do think it's going to be a disservice because I don't think you're going to be successful without having access to the site. When we in our agency, we've got spreadsheets right now where we're tracking like so many different website metrics as a part of ranking the GMB, and also just pure content on the pages. Like we pay attention to that stuff, and really what we're measuring on the end is like, how is the GMB ranking? So all that stuff is just kind of like leading up to our ability to rank the GMB, and just to ignore that, I think that's, and this is all great from like a strategy, and it's important to have these conversations, but I think the better strategy is like be building your own lead gens nonstop, right? Like this is